If there, if there is 15 million convicted felons in America, where are they all at? 2 million are in prison. That still leaves 13 million. So where are they? Well, they're your next door neighbor. They're all over the place. You say, well, that's not good to have that many convicted felons in society. We need to find some way to put these guys back in prison. Are they on parole? No. Are they on probation? No. Only a small percentage of felons in the society we live in are on parole in prison or probation. So what do we do with all these guys, these criminals, these terrible people, these people that society needs to know exists? Shouldn't we pass their criminal records out to the public for our protection, to protect our little children from people who've been convicted of felonies? And apparently most people who are convicted felons have children themselves. They have wives, homes, jobs, and children themselves. No, that can't be true. We've got to get and zero in on these people. We've got to promote the idea that you pass out these guys' criminal records to warn the public of these dangerous people. Okay, so we do this. Now they don't have a job because their boss fires them. Now they can't rent a home and they're homeless. Now they are living in a homeless shelter or in their car, and we're protecting society this way. Well, what does this convicted ex-felon then do? If he cannot get a job, rent a home, then he goes into committing crimes. Well, that's good in a way, because if he's committing crimes, then he's not living next to us. We can put him back in prison. We can run for office and get elected because we are protecting the people from these kind of vile people. And we can raise taxes, and we can empower police unions to grow the criminal justice bureaucracy, all in the name of protecting the people. So it's in our best interest, we the good people, the perfect people, it's in our best interest to be hard on crime, pass their criminal records out, and drive them back into the criminal justice system. Well, we have a lot of work to do because there's 15 million of these people living in our society, more than there are wetbacks that are up here illegally. So it's ironic that we won't do anything to the wetbacks, who number about the same 15 million here, who are here illegally. We won't do anything to deport these people, but yet we need to do something to drive 15 million convicted felons back into committing more crimes so that we can lock them up in prisons. 15 million people in prison sounds like a good idea to me. Criminal justice jobs. Look at all the guards that would need jobs. All the police officers we'd need to arrest these people. And then they wouldn't be competing for my job. Hell, I would have a control over the job market. Well, no, wait a minute now. You just knocked 15 million convicted felons out of a job. You don't have to worry about them taking your menial job out here in society, Mr. Good Guy. But what about all them wetbacks? What about all them stinking, smelling, Indian-ass wetbacks that are coming up here and knocking you out of your menial job? Well, there's nothing I can do about that. They're not convicted felons. Well, I think you have more problems to worry about than the convicted felons, my friend. And if, in my opinion, if anybody needs to be removed from a job, it is a person like yourself. But let's move on, and let's seal the criminal records up of convicted felons after they've stayed out 5 years, so that they can continue on in life, working at a job without fear of being fired because of a criminal record. And let them rent homes and get on Section 8 housing if they're unemployed and need housing for their children and wives. And let's try to do what God would have us do. You know, you see these Christians who wear these bracelets. What would Jesus do? Well, I'm telling you, he sure to hell wouldn't do what you were doing today, my friend.